Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family, whatever side of the diaspora that you are on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I miss y'all so much. Welcome to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadijah. Listen here. I could swear I met Tommy Lauren this weekend, and I heard one of the most bizarre things, and I've heard it before. But I decided to do this video in line with we're still in Black History Month, and I've been taking stories from Dirty Little Secrets by Dr. Claude Anderson and his book History, Lies, and Other Tales. Um, but I ran into somebody, and I was talking to somebody that was in a meeting. Actually, I didn't run into her, but they were saying something to the effect of how Thomas Jefferson really loved Sally Hemings, and they had a love affair. Okay, and I don't know what in my mind, and it's really amazing. I don't know if it's a generation gap or what's going on here, but it is impossible in my mind for me to rationalize somebody calling that a love affair and not a rape. Sally Hemings was a subordinate. Thomas Jefferson was the president, and not only he had slaves, and he raped them and impregnated them, sold his children, did all this kind of stuff, and you think that was a freaking love affair? I cannot get with anybody that thinks like that. And to me, with all due respect to you, you are freaking mentally ill. And that's what I said, and I just couldn't take anymore. And I just had to say that. I said, you are mentally ill, because I wouldn't want a love affair. And I'm sure nobody that's under the sound of my voice, and to me, I would say, that would remotely think that a person has no choice whether they could be in this relationship or not. You can't call it a love affair. No mature person in their right mind, as far as I'm concerned, would think that. And I'm going to go out and say it. Okay? And so to add a little bit more information to that dynamic, I want to read this again from the book. And it's Thomas Jefferson, the Hypocrite. Okay? And so maybe she will get a hold to this and see exactly a little bit, let her know further why I think that Thomas Jefferson was a psychopath, like the rest of these founding fathers who could sit there and say such beautiful, elegant words that the United States should stand for, and to go home and do totally the opposite, to totally do opposite for what they put down on paper, disassociate themselves from what they wrote. It's totally sick. It's the narcissism that we talk about. They were above that. They made elegant, beautiful words, but their heart was totally far away from the beautiful words that they wrote. Because you have to admit that, the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence is such a beautiful, such beautiful words. But anyway, I don't want to get stuck there. Listen to this. Thomas Jefferson's harsh view of black Americans, whom he considered inherently inferior to whites, did not extend to the Native Americans. Jefferson was willing to contemplate white Indian liaisons. And speaking of the Indians, he said in 1803, we should probably find that they are formed in mind and as well as in body, on the same model with the Homo sapien Europeans. In truth, the ultimate point of rest and happiness for them is to let our settlements and theirs meet and blend together, to intermix, to become one people. At the same time, he let his own children die as slaves. The following is an advertisement that was run in the Richmond newspaper. Check this out. 32 Negroes will be offered for sale on Monday, November 10th at 12 o'clock, being the entire stock of the late John Graves. The Negroes are in good condition, some of them very prime. Among them are several mechanics, able-bodied field hands, plowboys, and women with children at their breasts, and some of them very prolific in their generating qualities, affording a rare opportunity to anyone who wishes to raise a strong and healthy lot of servants for their own use. Also, several mulatto girls of rare personal qualities. 2 of them are superior. You hear that? 2 of them are superior. And I'm going to tell you what makes them superior. Any gentleman or lady wishing to purchase them can take any of the above slaves on trial for a week, for which no charge will be made. Among the slaves being sold above, 2 were the President Thomas Jefferson's mulatto daughters, Clotel and Althesia. He approved of the 2 girls being advertised as very superior for breeding. Worse still, Jefferson allowed them to be sold off into prostitution as mistresses. Now, for anybody that tells me that that's what a love affair looks like to them, that's what narcissistic, brain damaged, emotionally void people do. They impregnate the woman, albeit her black, and they know the same way they impregnated a white woman, they impregnated the black woman. But they are so crazy, they have disassociated themselves from sticking, from cohabitating and creating a child. They, in their narcissistic, insane mind, have made a different act with the black woman than it was with the white woman, even though a child was created from both unions. How crazy is that? And to be up under the rulership and the leadership of these kind of sick people is really sick. That's why I always say we have to keep our moral compass straight, because that's who we are. It is these people that are around us that are, a lot of them are mentally ill. And what has happened is we've taken on this ombre. We've been brutalized and transformed at the hands of these people. And so now what has happened to us, we have thoroughly integrated into their madness. And that's just my humble opinion. Okay? So now it's just one big melting pot of narcissism. It is what it is. It's just my opinion. Anyway, tell me what you think about this. Thomas Jefferson selling his own damn daughters into slavery, into prostitution, into anything, into everything, and then someone saying that him and Sally Hemon had a love affair? Just give me your opinion. I'd like to know. I'd like to hear it. All right. I'm going to go now. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time in the Mental House. Bye-bye.